Perhaps one of the most invigorating aspects of being a PR practitioner is persuading public opinion. Now, in order to understand what this means and what that all entails as a PR practitioner, let's first look at public opinion. What is public opinion? Well, there's two parts to a public opinion, the public and the opinion. So the public it's something that a group that shares a common interest in a specific subject. And there could be many different types of publics that you're dealing with as a PR practitioner. And then the opinion part, and that's an expression of an attitude on a particular topic. So these attitudes will eventually become opinions, and then the opinions will lead to action. So when you have a public opinion, that means that the specific public, the specific group that shares a common interest, has a strong enough attitude that might lead to action. Now, what we as PR practitioners want to do is we want to persuade the public opinion so that the public, each specific public that we're dealing with, will then end up behaving in a way that helps our business and that is positive towards our business and our products and our services, our organization and our brand. So in order to persuade, we need to look at the core of the public opinion, the core of the opinion, which is an attitude. So what is an attitude? Well, a formal definition of an attitude would be a learned predisposition to respond favorably or unfavorably towards some attitude object. See, attitudes are things that are learned. They're not innate. They are a process of evaluating things. They're precursors before behavior, as we saw, because attitude goes to opinion, which goes to behavior. So they're there in the public. It's the core. If we're going to persuade the public, we want to persuade their attitude. Now, attitudes and behaviors are not always consistent, but they are our best bet as PR practitioners into influence behavior. So attitudes can be influenced by a variety of factors, like personality, culture, your education, where you grow up, your home. Attitudes can be influenced by all kinds of things. And see, this is where we come in as PR practitioners. This is the fun part. Can we influence the public opinion using the things that will influence their attitudes? How can we do that? Can we use these things that influence attitudes to sell our business, to sell our brand, to market our entire organization? How can we do that? What are the best ways that we can make public opinion for each different public? How can we make their opinion their attitude, which will then become their opinion, which will then hopefully lead to action? How can we influence those things and persuade those things? That's where the fun part comes in. And we can do this in different ways, and there's lots of options. And see, this is where you get into your campaigns. Your campaigns are plans to do things that will hopefully sway the attitude of a specific public or publics so that their opinion will change in favor of your organization, and then that will lead to some desired action. That's what a campaign is. It's how you persuade public opinion, a planned process to persuade public opinion in favor of your business. This is also where media relations and social media comes into play. See, when you're trying to persuade the public opinion, you want publicity so that you get your brand out there, you get your organization out there. And you can pay for publicity any day. But earned publicity is way more valuable because the customers and consumers are way more apt to believe that and to trust that kind of publicity than if you just pay for advertising. And so that's why people use media and social media to try to persuade public opinion, to try to market their organization, their brand. These are tools that we can use. Social media are tools that we can use for communicating our public relations messages to try to influence the public opinion. And that's why people use Facebook to build communities and Twitter for breaking news and to these things that this is a tool. It's a way we can influence the public opinion. So if you're the kind of person who loves to persuade people to get behind a cause or a purpose, which in PR's case would be an organization that you fully believe in and are invested in, and you want to persuade different publics, you want to persuade them to get on board with what you have and get on board with your organization to believe the same things that you do, then PR will be a great fit for you because that is at the core of what a PR practitioner does. We persuade public opinion in favor of our organization. We influence people to start having positive attitudes towards something in hopes that they will start behaving in a way that benefits our organization. That is a huge part of what being a PR practitioner is, and it's one of the most fun things. And I believe if that's something that you like to do, you will absolutely enjoy the field of PR.